But moving on from PlayStation for the moment, Adam has gotten himself an Xbox Series X. Let's talk about the Xbox. What are your first hands-on impressions of it, Adam?
I'm in love.
I'm in love. That's the song, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know whether it's
Accidentally
just
in
like a
love.
honeymoon period or whatever, but
Right.
it's such a great machine. I think initially the unboxing of it is just I just have to congratulate them on such great packaging because that's part of it. It's I know people
What are you talking about,
you end
man?
up
People,
throwing
who
out the
gives a shit
box
about
but
packaging? No, but like,
yeah, it is part of it.
and Eric, you were there when I unboxed the PS5 for the first time, right?
Yeah.
Weren't we both like, that's it? That's the packaging? Like, I
Yeah,
love
it
the
was.
PS5, but the packaging was like,
Yeah, it was a bit weird. It was a bit because the box is like too tall, and you're kind of like I'm trying to film you doing it, and then you're like, I don't know, it's like too. That was weird. It was
Yeah.
weird and didn't seem safe. And I think Adam, you were telling me that some people had like cracks on their PS5 or something, or on the controllers or something.
No, on the actual console, yeah, there'd be
On
a
the actual
scratch
console,
on it
yeah.
because like it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
exactly packaged well. Like
No.
in Sony's defense, I guess the packaging everything in it is like recyclable. Like they've gone
Yeah.
away from using any kind of foam or styrofoam or anything like that. But it's like you can still do that though, and make you don't have to use. You can still use recyclable material and make the experience easier as well. Like easier to
Yeah,
actually
because
take out of the
it's just
fucking packaging.
too awkward to pull it out of the
Um,
box. Like,
Would have been nice if it was one of those boxes that actually opens up like a lid and you take it out flat, right?
yeah, like a little suitcase nearly.
yeah,
Yeah, that would have been nicer.
Yeah. So I mean that's the first bit like when you actually open it and it's presented to you like a gift, like a present, like it's kind of wrapped in this banner that says "Power Your Dreams." And then you have little pull tabs and everything is compartmentalized, so it's like there's like an order to when you take out everything, and that's how you would set it up. And it's a lot like the PSVR actually. PSVR's packaging is fantastic.
Yeah.
Impossible to put back together, but um, the packaging
You're
is
not
really,
supposed
really good.
to. You're not
No,
supposed
you're not
to
supposed to
ever
put
put
it
it
back
back
in,
in the
but
box.
it's the way it's like even each packaging had on the PSVR side of things there was actual numbers. So like this is box number 1, then box number 2. So there was like almost like a Lego set instructions on how to set this thing up. So yeah, like it's weird that some things that Sony would sell the packaging is top notch, and then on something like the PS5, which has this really beautiful aesthetic,
Mm-hmm.
be like thrown into this fucking box with just like
I saw
wrapped
someone's
up in.
tweet mentioned it being like something you might buy in a flea market or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's actually a very apt description of like just the way it was packaged. Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of thrown together, and like maybe in time when supply is improved and stuff like that, maybe their packaging will improve. But I doubt it. The PS4 was badly packaged as well, so
Yeah.
definitely probably a cutting costs thing. But the other thing is with the Xbox when you plug it in, it is noticeably faster than the PS5 on boot up,
Yeah.
on shutdown, and it is noticeably quieter.
yeah.
Like it is dead silent even within a game. You don't hear anything. I haven't really tried a disc yet, so I don't know how the disc
Don't know what the
performs
disc
in
drive is like,
comparison to a PS5. I'm going to assume it's quieter. 'Cause nothing can be louder than the PS5's disc drive.
Jesus, yeah, it's
The thing is-
surprisingly loud. Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's strange. So those would be the initial impressions. So and all pros on that side of things. With Game Pass being the number 1 pro, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's a little Game Pass machine, isn't it?
Pretty much. There's
know,
no point in
we
getting
had-
an Xbox you don't have Game Pass.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're going to buy one, you might as well pay for Game Pass. We had our good friend Michael Howland on before. Check out Bullet Sponge, guys, on YouTube. And he was basically here to sell Game Pass to people.
Yeah.
But like, and he was the one that described it as a Game Pass machine. And I think he's right. I think that is exactly what it is. If you're planning on getting it to buy games on like disc, get yourself a PS5. I'm sorry, like, but if you're really into that idea of like paying, a subscription fee and just having shitloads of games that you can try out, and lots of really good games. I didn't even realize, like, I got to see some of the games available on the Game Pass. I didn't even realize how much was actually available.
Yeah,
and I suppose it's even a wider bracket with the fact that they have Bethesda now. There's a fuckload of games available, like, so it's like it's a good deal.
It's a fantastic deal, because it's like the price. I don't know if you can buy a 12-month. Maybe you can, but the price of it, I think, comes to maybe 2-3 games a year.
Yeah,
I mean, like the average gamer definitely spends
100%. Yeah,
that much.
That is worth it. 100%.
Yeah.
We put out on our Instagram, that you'd gotten it, and just asking people like, what's the first, what are the games that should be played? Because I'm always curious about that. Like, if you get the new console, what is the first game to try? Right. Like when somebody gets a PS5, automatically I say, right, obviously there's some AAA games that you should get into at some point, but play Astro's Playroom first.
Yeah.
That's the first game you should play. So I was curious about that. Like, what's the first game you should play on the Xbox? Someone did comment Grounded.
Okay.
As one of the ones we're trying, which is obviously only available to Xbox. But that's a multiplayer game. An online multiplayer game. So that really depends on, do you have someone else to kind of play it with you before you get the actual experience of it?
Yeah, but I always saw the Xbox as a primarily multiplayer machine anyway. Like, I think that's going to change obviously with the new studio acquisitions, but their strength was in their multiplayer all the time.
Right, because Halo was the face, right?
Yeah, either online multiplayer or co-op. Like, because Gears of War was way more fun with a player.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Gears 2 is still one of the most fun co-op experiences
because I would say,
ever had.
if I was getting, if you're getting an Xbox, one of the first games to try out right now would be maybe Sea of Thieves with the new kind of Pirates of the Caribbean tie-in. But even with that, you kind of want to play with other players, so that's another multiplayer. But starting next week though, Doom Eternal gets the next gen upgrade.
Oh, happy days!
So that will be definitely the game. Whether you get an Xbox or a PlayStation 5, Doom Eternal has to be a game to try out.
Yeah,
definitely. Because it's going to be the full, ray tracing. I don't think it's going to be 4K at ray tracing, but close to 4K ray tracing, 60 frames per second. Yes. Demon
Basically,
Slaying.
you need me or Eric or both to get an Xbox.
So that we play Sea of Thieves?
So there can be some brothers take voyages.
Well, just so you can play any game. They're all multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, there's plenty of single player experiences on there as well.
Because I mean,
I have a Plague Tale downloading as we speak, just to give that another go, because I played that. I know you were really impressed by A Plague Tale: Innocence, but I played it on the 1S through Game Pass, but I was really not impressed by its performance, its visuals, and actually I was going to cancel Game Pass. My Game Pass is up in September, and I was going to cancel it because I was like, I'm not using it. I haven't used it in a while. Mm-hmm. Any game that I wanted to play, I would just get it on the PlayStation, because even though it's there in Game Pass on the Xbox One, the experience was pretty poor, that it kind of ruins the experience of the game. So
because I remember you saying as well that Final Fantasy 15 was another one that you said looked
tried it, yeah,
dog shit.
It looked horrible.
Whereas like me and Eric both said, "Oh, this looks really great" on the PS4 when we played it. So
yeah.
But now I'm definitely going to hold on to Game Pass, because it's definitely going to be a different experience. So even if people might, because I know the interface to the Series X is exactly the same as the Xbox One, right? So in many ways, when you turn it on, it doesn't feel like a next gen console. But play a game. Go play a game that you would have played on a previous gen, and you'll see the difference.
The Forza did actually look really good.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
That looks good. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, Kris. Did you show Kris Forza?
Yeah, he played the intro though.
Oh, you got to play the intro. I didn't get to see the intro.
Fucking blown away.
There was something that happened in Forza that blew me away. I didn't get to see the weather. Now that I only saw like sun and like the cars look really good.
Is it the rewind feature?
Well, that was the rewind feature. That was cool
That's
too.
really cool. Yeah.
No, it was Adam. Was selecting something, or he was putting down like a waypoint,
Yep.
and the computer went, "Thank you, Adam," and we were both like, "What the fuck?
Wait, what?
This is some weird AI shit."
How the fuck did it know that? How the fuck did it do that? What?
I know. I actually know what that is now. Eric.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because
You
when
do know what
Kris
that is?
when Kris went and played the intro,
Yeah. When it picks a name at the beginning.
he selected a nickname at the beginning, and it was like saying it said to him he chose Road Warrior as the nickname, and it was thank you Road Warrior. So it was actually because I selected my name at the beginning.
Yeah, you see, I had a look through, and they didn't have
my name was there
spelt right, you know.
Yeah,
I suppose phonetically it don't matter though.
That's not as good because I thought it was like one of those things where it was
cool,
almost
though.
like Fallout 4, because I know in Fallout 4 but there's particular names you can choose, and your robot will actually say them. So I remember, I think there's one time I was playing as the wife, the mother, and I've chose the name as Eleanor. So I was like, that seems like an old timey name, and why not? And the robot actually said Eleanor, not just
wow. And
wait,
you just typed that in, or
I typed it in. There's certain names that you type in Fallout 4, and your robot would actually say them.
Wow,
that's crazy.
That's a bit creepy.
That is actually crazy.
Yeah,
that's so weird.
So I thought it was like that with Forza, but like better, in which it had every name. Yeah. Goddamn fucking like.
There is a lot of names there to choose from. But I suppose Adam is quite a normal name. That's a bit common.
Yeah, it's common.
It's not quite like Mad Max fucking Road Warrior.
No.
Yeah. Well, I would like to say that I am sold, and I am going to get an Xbox Series X. I can't say when I'm going to get one because, as everyone knows, supply and demand is crazy. And also, you know, it costs a bit of money, and there's a bit of saving up that has to be done and stuff. I'm not in like a huge rush to get it, but I do now want one, where previously I didn't necessarily want one. But having seen the lineup, just the way it performs, I want to get one. I think it'll be a lot of fun to play.
I will definitely get the fridge.
Oh, the fridge, 100%. But as well, I'm thinking about like another reason for wanting one now. Actually, is that the last few months, like this summer, is pretty good. A lot of games have like come out kind of all at once. There was Resi Village, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. There's a few more on the way. Kena Bridge of Spirits. It's like there's loads coming now, but there was a huge chunk of time where it felt like there was nothing to play. And
because there wasn't really any.
Fork out the money.
There wasn't anything AAA either on PlayStation Plus.
No, right. So,
and even if you did download anything, it was on the PS5. It was full, and you probably had to delete something because it only it takes like 5 gigabytes of space.
So if you have an Xbox and you're already paying Game Pass, you've got a huge library of shit that you could just try out then during those kind of dry seasons, maybe if someone wants to call them that.
And they're all downloadable, aren't they, Adam?
Oh yeah, it doesn't stream through Game Pass. Part of the Game Pass subscription though is xCloud, which is only in beta at the moment, but that's their version of Stadia. And if once we're all vaccinated with 5G, we'll soon be able to actually take advantage of that.
100%,
right. Okay.
Man.
Yeah. So wait, does that mean the X Cloud, is that like extra storage up in the interwebs?
That's just you stream a game to your phone. Right, you plug your phone into the backbone, and you can stream any game that's on Game Pass to your phone. So I was playing Skyrim on my phone.
Take a shot, folks. The old Skyrim game.
Even like I was sitting right next to my modem, which is a gigabit down, but I don't really know what it is like on my phone, like Wi-Fi wise. When I go to, I would assume it'd be maybe 100 meg, maybe. And it was choppy and it was unplayable, and it's just like, so it's really not there yet. But
you can imagine that's only going to improve.
Yeah, 5 years from now. It's not an additional thing. You see, that's the thing. Like,
the fact that it's included is crazy.
Yeah, like if you want to stream a PS3 game to your PlayStation right now, you've got to sign up to the extra subscription service, which is PS Now. Right, so
it's shite.
That's on top of
that's very limited. Yeah.
Your PS Plus subscription, right?
Yeah.
But the Game Pass Ultimate, let's say, that's the one. There's no point in getting anything else other than Game Pass Ultimate, really. Is I think it's like 13 a month. But obviously if you buy maybe 3 months of it or whatever, it's a little bit cheaper that way. But that includes your Game Pass plus your Xbox Live subscription. That's included in that, so it's not the extra. You don't have to pay that extra 60. So you still get games with gold. You still get those 3 games every month, as well as your online, being able to play online, and xCloud will be included in that.
And EA Play as well, right?
And EA Play, which would normally be an extra tenner a month.
That's crazy. Because as well, like when
Microsoft
I think
are 100% losing money on this service. They are.
Well, are they?
Yeah, they really are. Like, they are really banking on trying to get as many people onto it as they can, and then they'll be able to maybe start making money back. But right now, there's no way they're making money on this.
Which is why now is the time to take advantage, isn't it? Now is the time to really jump in, give it a go, and because maybe in the future they'll put it up.
It might get shit. It might become like Netflix. It might start, bumping up the tiers to like 20 quid a month or something.
Because you'd imagine at some point it's like what you do is you never bump it up in a big chunk. You go, right, it's going up by 99 cents a month.
Yeah.
Now, and and then slowly but surely after a while it's like, wait a second, why am I paying 20 quid a month now? I used to pay 11 or something like.
Yeah. Or they'll do
that's how these things work.
It'll be be 10 a month for 1080p games, but like 20 a month for 4K games or something like that. It's like,
or it's like, because isn't it like some new games you get are like put straight onto Game Pass? Yeah, so it's gonna be like Disney. So it's like you're already paying the 13 month. If you want to pay this new game, now you have to pay an extra.
Yeah, like 30 quid straight up front or something.
Yeah.
Oh, do you think you know what? To play Starfield, you have to pay the extra. Because it's like a big, crazy AAA game, it's not just any kind of game. But look, fuck it. I'm excited now, and I want an Xbox. I think it's cool. It sounds cool. It boots up cool.
Boots up cool.
It does, but this one is way cooler than the Xbox One. I had no interest in the Xbox One. This is way cooler.
Fuck all reason to get an Xbox One. In fact, one of the only reasons I got an Xbox One is to play a game that I never actually got around to play.
What was that game?
We Happy Few. It actually
I'll have to play it sometime.
I would have to play it sometime. I think the reviews kind of got bad, but I really liked the look of it at the time. But I thought it was an exclusive. It turns out it came out on PlayStation. And I was like,
oh, what's your then?
Shit.
Is that the one that has a certain animation style and everyone like drinks like a drug or something?
Yeah.
That makes everything look okay, but if you stop taking the drug, everything is actually not okay.
Well, I don't know about that, but they're all wearing these white masks that have smiles on them, and the art style is a lot like BioShock. That's
that's the one.
It is very BioShock because it's
it is.
I'll
get around to it. It's on Game Pass, so
because it's like it's actually it's all fucked up. Like all the police officers are trying to hunt you down and shit.
Yeah.
It's you.
You have to take your
find
happy pills,
something.
don't you? And then you stopped taking them one time, so it's a bit like Equilibrium.
I thought it was that you're like I mean maybe that's in it, but I thought I saw the start of it where it was almost like you were working in like a news area and you saw something and you weren't supposed to see it, and then you went and told someone. So it was almost like 1984.
I mean the premise it sounds great. So
it does. It sounds cool. I remember seeing it. I personally wasn't crazy on the art style for the kind of game it was, but that's really a hot take thing. Like that's like, I think that with games where they have a very bold art style for their kind of serious topic, you're either gonna love it or you hate it. It's it's that kind of thing. However, again, if it was something on Game Pass, wouldn't you try it?
Definitely.
If you have it?
Yeah. Would you try Deathloop on Game Pass?
It's not on the Game Pass, Eric.
No, that's a PS5.
Oh, is it?
Not only is it PS5.
Or PS4, sorry.
Not only is it a PS5, I think it's a forever PS5.
Yeah, I think that was promised before the acquisition.
I don't think that's ever coming to Xbox.
And Ghostwire Tokyo is another game that Bethesda are making that's coming to the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Which is...
So they might be the last few.
It's kind of cool that they're honoring those deals, though, right? Like, in a way, they
well,
could
you'd
have
have
said,
to, right?
No,
you kind of have to. If it's,
do you have to?
Well, if it's been paid
contractual.
There's a lot of legal shit to go through to pull it from a platform.
I suppose.
But one thing I did notice is that before I got it, the Series X, I tried out Sea of Thieves on my Xbox One, and Yeah, resolution wasn't great on it. Like, I mean, you can't really expect much from that machine at this point. But when I tried it on the Series X, it says enhanced for Series X, and I was like, okay, what? It wasn't totally clear about what did that mean, enhanced for Series X. And apart from resolution, I didn't really notice much of a difference. In fact, the textures weren't great, the shadow quality wasn't great. In fact, I was getting screen tearing on it. So there are a few issues with some of the games being, but I think Sea of Thieves is kind of known for being an incredibly buggy game anyway. I don't think that's plaguing every game, but I just think that enhanced for series game logo isn't very clear as to what that actually means.
I suppose you'd have to try a few more games with that tag on it to see. Like, I think it will be interesting to see now if you boot up a Plague Tale.
Yeah, I'd be interested.
Are you going to be like?
But I don't think
that's is noticeably different.
I don't think that's enhanced, but it would play in the I assume the 1X style of resolution, which will definitely be an improvement.
Yeah.
But one thing I did notice was that enhanced kind of title tag that's on the games, it's known as smart delivery. So let's say, like with Doom Eternal, if I have that installed on my machine, it's only going to install an update to Doom Eternal to make it a Series X game, right? Whereas on the PlayStation side of things, with my Doom Eternal installed, it'll actually install a whole new Doom Eternal for a PS5. It's a separate game.
Yes, that's right.
And we've noticed that with the Final Fantasy VII integrate as well. It's a whole new game. So I found that can kind of, on one hand, the benefit of that is for us, I think that's a huge benefit on the PlayStation side of things, because now we can do a direct comparison. We can actually play the PS4 version and then play the PS5 version.
I see a difference. Yeah,
you wouldn't be able to do that with the Xbox without having like maybe two versions or two consoles or something like that.
Yeah.
But from a normal gamer perspective, it's less confusing to have this kind of smart delivery. So that way you don't have these two copies, because you could easily accidentally boot up the PS4 version of Final Fantasy and wonder why the door isn't changed.
Yeah, you can. You can. And actually, speaking of that, maybe we should move on to that. But just before we do, Eric, are you sold yet? Are you planning on getting an Xbox, or are you not sold yet?
No, I'm not really sold yet, to be honest.
You need a big game.
I mean, it was impressive. It was super fast. It was super quiet. Not gonna lie. Some of the games did look impressive. I mean, the Game Pass does sound class. Every time you mention Game Pass, when Michael Howland was sponsored by Game Pass and had to,
I think anyone who speaks highly of Game Pass is sponsored, or at least is promoting Game Pass in some way. We're obviously being paid off.
Sponsored by.
there was a moment as well, Adam. I think you mentioned, like, when you first were trying out Game Pass, you mentioned Game Pass a lot. We should probably start turning this into a drinking game, where every time we say Game Pass, you have to take a shot, much like with Skyrim.
Well, I think now is a good time.
Game Pass.
Oh, now is a really good time for a word from our sponsors. I'm only joking.
Here's some Raycon.
Okay, so you're not in yet. You need a big game. Yet.
Yes, I need that thing that
Starfield
me. You know what I mean? Hopefully, that'd be cool. That'd be nice. I like my space exploration. I like my stars. They're pretty.
Yeah. Okay, so those are thoughts and first-hand impressions on the Xbox Series X. Obviously, there's more to come.
A year later.
There's more to come. And of course, we'll get the chance to talk more about the Xbox and Xbox games in the future.